Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have the global celebration info. Hopefully it won't be too much longer that we'll be doing JP and global celebration info separately. I think it is still probably going to be at least for, I don't know, maybe as long as another year or so. We'll see. So, alright, let's take a look at what the, again, info is looking like here. So this is the Terrorless celebration. This is a celebration, I mean, the community really has been overly negative, dude, the entire year. I don't know. Everyone is talking about, oh my god, Dokkan is dead forever during this Terrorless celebration. I remember back in June, and it's like, Brad, like, there's a lot here, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this Terrorless celebration. So let's take a look at what we got here. So, yeah, we're going to have Dragon Ball Story, Prime Battle Event, Dokkan Festival, missions, blah, 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 blah. All right. Log and bonus, missions. And then, of course, there is the banner for Terrorless. Oh, my goodness. Why don't we pull up his banner? Hold on. All right. So, here is Terrorless's banner. Okay. Terrorless, mid. Amand and Raisin, good. Diaz and Cacao, I feel like I'll call them mid at this point. Yamcha is probably very good. I mean, Yamcha, we'll see, you know, once 17, 18 come out, I use him for a bit, use him on the World Tour. I'll be able to kind of make some changes and move my Dokkan Fest TR list around. But at this point, regardless of how much people like it or don't like it, the two hardest fights in the game are both AoE phases. So a character like Yamcha is much more effective in these fights against AoE bosses than many other characters are. Bardock is mostly dead at this point. Bojack sucks. AJL Terrorless sucks. The point is that this banner sucks. You're not getting very much value out of here at all. Amon and Raisin again are good. They're villain Vegeta and Trunks, but I can't recommend it. So again, looking at them, Terrorless is just a character who, you know, it's like I feel like he has a very good concept, but it's just not good enough. I think one of the main things they could have done, which would have made this guy he'd be really good. This should be the 8th anniversary LR's ability instead. So, Terrorless should get 10% damage reduction with every super attack he does, up to 50%. Just like the 8th anniversary LRs. That would have made him significantly better. You could have kept everything else the same, give him that, and this guy would be a lot better. That little rinky-dink 20% damage reduction doesn't do a damn thing against a big boss. It doesn't do nothing, right? Like, it's worthless. So, that's unfortunate. Terrorless, as a villain character, one of these big villain characters, he relies heavily on his Ling set. Big Bad Boss is 25% attack and defense. Thirst for Conquest, 15% attack and defense. Destroy the Universe, 25% attack, 15% defense. I mean, look at the stats he gets from 3 links. The huge stats he's getting. The problem, though, is I'm not really the biggest fan of most Big Bad Boss's characters right now. Many of them are conditional. I mean, we're just in a spot right now where I think some of these top-tier fights, really, it's very easy for those top-tier fights to cook us. Now we need to get some, like, stronger characters on a lot of these different categories that could really, really sort of help. Now, one negative thing for Terrorless here, I do think that he would be quite a bit better if he was actually able to get this activated right here. This is a very powerful effect, but when you use Terrorless in any super difficult fight, you're just not getting this, right? Like, if you want to go fight the legendary Goku event, Terrorless is going to dominate, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get this in a lot of fights. Again, overall, I would call Terrorless mid. He's not really super good. He's not terrible either. He's just mid, right? Just yet the 500,000th character that could do damage and tank normals and die to super attacks. We have do we have the Buzz Lightyear meme where, and you know, it's focused in on one, pans out, and there's a million of them there? Like, that's Terrorless. Like, he's just one of a million characters that does damage, tanks normals, and dies to supers, right? Nothing special there. Amand and Raisin are good. Keep in mind that they are a character that does have to build up by not being hit, but having attacks directed at them in slot 1, right? You give this character a full dodge build, you put him in slot 1, and, you know, you can get him to 30 dodge potential system. You have a 30% chance to dodge. You're guarding, and you got 20% damage reduction. And they're a support character. They could be pretty effective. This unit is just outright better than Terrorless, right? For sure. This unit is actually giving incredible value. This is the type of character that villains needs. You know, a support that's doing all this. This is great, right? This is what we wish more banner units look like. This is the thing that really helps Turles out so much, is that this character exists, right? This character is quite good. Now, I mean, keep in mind, if you go into one of these, like, Dismal Future Red Zone fights and this character gets super attacked right away, I mean, they're in trouble, but they are definitely effective. Diaz and Cacao, the problem with them here is that they, like, I feel like there's no incentive to run them, right? If you're running this character, it means you're probably running Terrorless' team, and Terrorless is going to get more value from one of these big bad bosses, like, characters than this character. So I don't know. I feel like if this unit was a support as well, they should have also supported Space Traveling Warriors. I think I'm fine with their entire kit, but then you just also let them support Space Traveling Warriors, you know, just give them the same buff that they have. 1 key, 30% attack and defense to Space Traveling Warriors, bam. Like, something like that would be sufficient. But that's what this character needed, was to have that. Because kind of, you know, it's similar to, this Terrorless thing is similar to what they did with Captain Ginyu, but, like, they kind of just combined the best part of Berter and Jace and Raccoon and Goldo and made Amanda and Raisin, and then Diaz and Cacao kind of just have, like, niche dodge. By the way, this dodge right here, this is weak to the AoEs. So this character is not good against the AoE fights, which again is literally the 2 hardest fights in the game. So we have that. Peel Off Trove Pack, Sales, Elder Kai Banner, missions. Here, of course, is the Dokkan event for Turles. I don't think it'll be in the celebration info yet, but there is going to be a burst mode during this celebration for Turles' Dokkan event. It's for the AGL Terrorless stage, which is good because it's kind of a little bit different than just your typical Dokkan Fest stage, which is nice. We have the Dragon Ball story right here, in which we'll be able to get this guy right here. We could actually get rid of these two. All right, so we have this Terrorless. I like this Terrorless. I think this Terrorless is solid for maybe like the support memory event or Super Battle Road stages or something like that. You look at him with his attack debuff and his stun, and then his ability to get extra stuff against multiple enemies. And if the enemy is an attack down, and you see, like, you run him in like a Super Battle Road stage or something like that, and he's bringing a lot to the table. I like his design. I mean, this is not a Red Zone character, but you could see a crystal clear purpose with him, which I do rather like. That is good. That is good. We have, now this is crazy. We actually have LR Dr. Wheelo. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I've mentioned it, but I really would prefer that LR Dr. Wheelo was the Dokkan Fest instead, but it is what it is. LR Dr. Wheelo is just very underwhelming. That's pretty much it. I don't know really how else to say that besides he's just an underwhelming character. Free-to-play LR that's doing, again, nothing sort of special, right? Just like raw attack, raw defense, raw attack, like just a bunch of stuff like that. So like I can't really say anything very positive about LR Dr. Wheelo. A shame. I think this would have been a very fun Dokkan Fest, but they decided to make him a Prime Battle instead. We have a new Super Battle Road stage. Then right here, we have the AGL Terrorless sub-EZAs, which is 2 characters. The Physical Goku, and then Great Ape Terrorless. I like Great Ape Terrorless. Yet another character who gets completely cream-pied by AoE bosses, unfortunately. But outside of those fights, he actually is pretty solid. You know, if you're running all the Space Traveling Warrior allies, this guy's got, you know, stuff like Big Bad Bosses up. This guy can be a nice, handy, effective character. This is a good sub-EZA. He'll die to super attacks, right? Like, again, most characters. But I feel like you could run him. He'll have Big Bad Bosses. He can link well with Turles. Like, this is a character you could run depending upon the fight. Like, maybe run this guy. Like, if you're going to go into, like, the Red Zone Goku Black stage, this guy could be pretty effective. I wouldn't run him against First Form Cell or Zamasu because of the tech phase. But I think this guy is good for the Red Zone Goku Black stage for sure. Decent. And remember, these Great Ape transformations, I mean, you could take him into the AoE bosses like Sin or something like that. And if he goes Great Ape, he's going to cancel those AoEs. So that certainly is something that could be pretty good. This Goku, I'm just not really the biggest fan of. I mean, he's got some support and stuff like that. I feel like he's probably fine, I guess, for like a sub Easy 8 level character, but I don't like a type orb changer on a character that's going to go in slot 3 and he's not going to be able to take advantage of his orbs. I'm not really too impressed with this Goku right here. We have a bunch of events returning. Events. Dokkan events come back. Weekend missions, login bonus, stuff like that, sure. We have Dokkan Battlefield. Then we get to here, LR, Gohan, and Goten. So, LR, Gohan, and Goten, I mean, they're kind of... I mean, I don't know. They're a character that could do a lot of damage. A lot of times they're going to tank normals. And then they die to supers. That's what this character is. Yet another character that's going to be incredibly weak to boss AoEs, but, I mean, the big thing with this character is just if you're able to get key or not. With this character about to come to Global, what day is this coming out? They're on the 12th? Okay, so I got a week. I'm gonna get a couple of, I've been asked by many people to do some showcases on this character. We'll take them against Omega, we'll take them against Fusion Zamasu, maybe I'll take them against, maybe like, you know, the Goku Black stage would be rough for them because of the int, although they probably could do okay there. I guess the Zamasu stage potentially could be rough for them with an int phase as well. But, we'll do some showcases for them in Red Zone stages, see if they can perform. I feel like they're fine, like, they're one of these characters that people love. People love the high damage. This is a character that could do a lot of super attacks and stuff like that, but just can get killed pretty easily. Probably not quite good enough with their EZA, if we compare them to, say, like the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions. Remember, this is a Dokkan Fest LR. They're good, but they're just not super crazy. There certainly could be fights where they could be very good, right? They're not bad, but again, they're probably mid, right? Like, I would call LR Final Form Cooler mid. I'm going to call this character mid, right? For sure. There we go. That's it. Stage 31-4 is arriving. Nice. Finally. Stage 31-4. That is the best Link level stage. What's interesting about this, we'll see when they introduce it, but the free-to-play Trunks comes with the second part of Area 31, huh? Extreme Super Battle Road stages. Trunks Dokkan event is just sort of here randomly. We'll see if there's some purpose to that. We have Team Bardock stuff coming back. Okay, sure. And then the Great Ape Kid Gohan chain battle. Keep in mind that the Part 2 LR is going to be... I mean, I wrestle with myself. Do I want to call him the worst release ever? I mean, he probably is. Like, this guy, again, Raditz is still the meme lord. I am really on board with calling this guy the worst release ever, though. Because no matter what Raditz, it still at least was Raditz getting his Dokkan event, which was good. Raditz did deserve a Dokkan event. Unfortunately, Raditz, got the short end of the stick. He should have been Captain Ginyu level in terms of power, and he was, Raditz level. But this guy is just disrespectful by Dokkan, because this is the third base Goku they released in 4 months, right? They released a base Goku in February, a base Goku in April, and a base Goku in January. You can't do that. And not just like, there's like a free-to-play Goku or something. Like, it's like Summonable LR, Dokkan Fest, Dual Dokkan Fest TUR, and Summonable LR. Like, Dokkan, please. Like, can we have brains for 2 seconds and not do this? And oh, by the way, he sucks. Like, he's not good. He's guess what he is. He's our 500th. Well, I mean, he can't even really do damage, but yeah, his damage is not even impressive. So he doesn't really do damage. He can tank normals sometimes, and he dies super attacks. Right? Like, awesome. This is a terrible character. He is designed, I guess, for that challenge event. I should pull this up. This isn't in the celebration info, but I believe this should come towards the tail end of the celebration. We're looking at, it's like an AoE event. He was like one of the best characters, if not the best character for it. Where is it? It's Japan right here. It's this. This is the event we're talking about. This Cyberman training stage where you just fight like nearly endless waves. It does actually end, right? Like, it's not actually endless. I did a video on this. I'd have to go back and double check. I think you have to be... Is it 100 enemies to finish the stage? Or something like that. You get a title for it. I remember that. I did a video on getting the title, but yeah, that Goku is good for this. Although you could just use like the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions for this and the 8th anniversary GTLR. And they destroy this as well. You know, if you're not going to use like that in Goku, like AoE characters, then just characters that unleash a barrage of attacks. You know, 7th anniversary, or excuse me, the 8th anniversary Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, they work well, right? Characters like that. So there we go. There is the celebration info for the Terrorless celebration. Again, there's a lot here, and there's still a lot more coming. This celebration is really pretty kick-ass for just kind of like a monthly celebration. I think they did do a good job with this. I just wish that Terrorless was a little bit better. I mean, these LRs and Dokkan Fests this year, man, like, so many of them just do nothing. Like, they're just not moving the needle at all. Right, Dokkan decides to increase event difficulty. I was not really on board. You guys go back. I've been telling people, like, I'm not really super on board with increasing difficulty level. Certainly it is fun, right? Like, being able to test new characters or, you know, older characters in these events and watch them get destroyed, right? But it's like, most teams didn't even recover from Red Zone being a thing yet. And now, like, we just increase difficulty even more. And so characters like, you know, Terrorless, STR Super 17, LR Super Boo, right? Like, characters like this are just, like, fodder now. I mean, I guess LR Super Boo, like, you could find ways to run him, but, I mean, he's not that crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the Terrorless celebration. By the way, don't summon on this. Come on. Be for real. And I'll catch y'all next time.